Hey, good afternoon. It's Danielle K. Howell. Welcome to Work From Home Wednesday. This is Work From Home Wednesday webinar that I have every single Wednesday at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I may have to make this either a little bit earlier or maybe a little bit later. Now that the weather's getting nicer and I'm such an outside person, I love to be outside. I love to run and walk in the park and things like that. And I'm pretty sure you do too. So, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time probably won't work for everyone going forward, but we'll see. For now, I'm going to keep it at 12 o'clock because it works for me. But I do realize that now the time is slipping by, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta get in front of my computer. But that's all great. I do this for you guys. I do this because this is what I love to do. I love to help people. My mission, along with my team's mission, we are looking to create at least 100 six-figure earners this year, right? So in order to do that, you have to speak to people and you have to tell them what it is that you're offering. And that is what I decided to do. I decided to, create this Work at Home Wednesday, which is not hard to do at all because all I do is just tell you what I'm into that is helping me to create my income. Yes, my income goals may be different than yours, but at the end of the day, we all want to create wealth for ourselves. We want to, if you're on this webinar, you are looking to create wealth for yourself, for your family, to better your future, to get away from the footholds of the past. Growing up, I was on public assistance. I didn't know anything about wealth building. My father barely worked. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. She didn't have a job. We lived on public assistance. Well, back then we called it welfare, right? But now, they call it public assistance. And I went to the store with the food stamps, which I was so embarrassed to do. And I didn't understand. I grew up in what you would consider the ghetto. I mean, it wasn't rundown homes or anything like that, but it was a group of people in a community that either they worked, most of them did work, but they were just living paycheck to paycheck, just barely enough to survive in a community where the schools weren't great. I graduated from elementary school, which is PS 136 Queens, which is probably, I think I looked it up not too long ago. It has a number 1 as far as standards go. Then I went on to go to junior high school 192, which also is, a pretty, terrible school. And then after that, I went on to Julia Richmond, which is a school in the city. I'll never forget that first day going to school. Someone got stabbed. The teacher got stabbed. I didn't know. I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be a nurse. The school had nursing. I didn't know anything. I never took the specialized high school exams, none of that. So I didn't know anything about that. And then, I wanted to get away from Julia Richmond because it just was, first of all, it was way too far. I lived in Queens and I had to travel back and forth to Manhattan every day. But second of all, I just wasn't getting what I thought that school was going to offer me. I guess even looking back then, even though my life, wasn't filled with roses and, it was definitely filled with hand-me-downs and food stamps and, whatever it is that we could get. We lived with my grandmother. It was just family upbringing. And I don't say that to, to say, oh my goodness, I had such a terrible childhood. No, I wouldn't say that. I don't think anyone has had such a great childhood. I say that to express that no matter what your childhood is, no matter what background you come from, no matter if you're Black, you're white, you're Asian, you're Hispanic, whatever, you can make a living working from home. You can create an income that surpasses your job income. You can create wealth for yourself that other people can't even fathom in their minds. I mean, not too long ago, I couldn't think of making $10,000 per month. I couldn't even, I probably wouldn't even be able to say that because it just wasn't real. I mean, it just wasn't real to me. It just didn't make sense. I didn't think that average people could do that. Yeah, I saw entertainers. I saw people, the rich lifestyles of the rich and famous. I saw those kind of people, but I never saw anybody that looked like me, came from where I came from, did the things that I did, struggled, they had the struggles that I struggled with, making that kind of money until I got into this industry. And that is where I saw people that looked like me, sounded like me, came from the same parts of the world that I did, and they were making that and more. I mean, $1 million. You look at Tracy Walker, she made over $1 million in this company. And, she's from Chicago, so I think she's from Chicago. I don't want to misquote, but, it's just, the thing about it is, I was not given a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't know anything about building a business. All I knew was that when I first got into marketing, which was network marketing, I wanted to lose some weight and I wanted to make a couple of dollars. I didn't know, because that's what I saw. I saw a flyer that said, lose weight and make some money from home. And that's why I clicked on that link, and I got started, right? And once I did that, that's when everything changed. That's when everything changed. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to do something over here. That's when everything changed for me. I was able to, I saw that it was possible. I saw that making money online was possible. And of course, I lost weight as well. So I started sharing with everyone that I knew, because that's what I was told to do. Share with everyone. Tell everybody. Tell your friends. Tell your family. And this was back in 1999. So, the internet was not around. If it was, I didn't know about it. I didn't have a computer in the house. The little computers that I did have around was, the little black ones, the little black one where you make the man go back and forth. And, I didn't know anything about it. I think I had an AOL account at that time, and I definitely did not have a computer like we do now. We're just so, everything is a computer. Your phone is a computer. So, I did all the traditional marketing. I, talked to all my friends and family. And yes, I did sign them up. I signed up every family member that I knew. I signed up every friend. I signed up every coworker. But what happened with that was I ran out of people. I ran out of people to talk to, because there is but so many people that you can talk to. I mean, there's but so many home parties. I did the home parties. I did the shake parties. I did parties after party. I would rent out places to do parties. And then I would only have like 1 or 2 people show up. I remember one time, my kids were in dance class. It was my 2 youngest daughters. They were in dance class. They were very young at the time. And I would say this was the early part of 2000, maybe maybe up until maybe 2008, actually. So it was about 2008, and they were in dance class. And, I rented out the dance class. Also, you were able to rent out a space. So I rented out that space. I think it was about $300 to rent that space out for a couple of hours. And lo and behold, it was a horrible snowstorm that weekend. And I rented out this space to have this party, had all my products set up, and then no one showed up. One person, and guess who that person? It was my sister-in-law. She came to the party, and she had come all the way from Far Rockaway. And it was just like, it was just beginning to really become too much. And I did that for a long time. I did it for 15 years, in the midst of going back and forth with my jobs. I would always have a job. I had to keep a job because my jobs basically was funding my business, and if you're out there, you probably understand this. You understand the fact that, especially if you have to have products on hand. I had to have products, and I came in at the level where you needed to have enough products so that you sell it. I came at the super, and but this became to be too much for me. And after 15 years, I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to keep doing these parties. I'm not going to keep, talking to these people. I still didn't know anything about the internet, which is crazy. And, no one ever told me that we could market online. So that was where, I became frustrated. And I threw in the towel, even though I still do have people that, were using those products. I still sell those products, but I never built a huge downline. I never was able to duplicate the things that my sponsor was telling me that was possible. I just couldn't do it. And, I don't know how well she did it either, to be honest, because it just didn't happen for me. and I did everything she told me to do. So if you're out there, you understand that selling these products, trying to, convince people that this is what they need for their lives, when in all actuality, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that in order to sell anything. When you watch TV, nobody is convincing you to go out there and buy a Pepsi. You know what they're doing? They are putting out their commercial, right? And they're making it so enticing and so attractive that you say, I want a Pepsi, right? They make it seem like it's such a great idea that if you don't have this Pepsi, then you're going to be left behind like everybody else, the low lives in the world, and of course you don't want to be a low life. You want to be a celebrity. And, they equate these things with celebrities. And, that it's the marketing that gets you where you need to go. So no matter what business you're in, if you're in an MLM business, if you're in a traditional home-based business, it's all about the marketing. I opened up an email today with someone that I'm working with in my Facebook marketing group, and he was telling me that because I asked for a profile. I just wanted to know his background. And he said he's been in multiple MLMs, and I understand. I think a lot of people have been in multiple MLMs. And he said he never achieved success. But on top of that, he wants to achieve the success that he's looking for so that he can prove to his family and friends that it's possible. And, I understand that, but at the same time, and I wrote back to him and I told him, it's all about the marketing. So it's not about the MLM company. It's not about the business itself. It's about you, and it's about how you market your business. You could be in any company and you won't make money no matter what company you're in if you're not doing the right things at the right time and, being inconsistent. So, so I didn't write all that to him. I just told him that he needs to, it's all about the marketing. But, we're talking about marketing in the Facebook group, and he is getting, as a matter of fact, tonight he's going to be my guest on my webinar because, he's been getting success with his Facebook marketing. So, it's so important to know how to market. But the thing about it is you have to have a platform. And that's what enticed me with the business that I'm in now. I always talk about multiple streams of income. Like I said, I still sell those products for my other MLM. I signed up for another MLM 15 years after my first MLM because I was still looking for a way. I quit my job as a teacher because I was still wanting to be home with my kids. Usually I go into my whole spiel of my story. So, but if you've been on my webinar before, you probably know my story. I want to be home with my kids. And I just knew that being at my job, as much as I love those kids, my special needs kids, they were my heart. I gave my all to them. But when you are at a job, and I'm not knocking anybody's job, but when you're at a job, you are limited. You don't control your job. You don't control the amount of money you make. You don't control your hours. You don't control your time. You don't control your freedom. So in my situation, I was to the point where I had already decided in my mind that I was going to make a change. So, first decisions begin in your mind, right? You decide I want to do something. And I didn't know exactly how I was going to do it, what I was going to do, but I knew that I wanted to do something because I was tired of, my kids not having me there. They were young, and my kids are still young. My youngest kids, I have 4 children altogether, but my 2 youngest ones, and I feel like I kind of miss my oldest ones, even though my next one is 15. He's still pretty young. But I totally missed my oldest daughter's, school years. She's 23. And, I just feel like I missed so much. Then I was not about to do it again. I let my son's years slip by, and I said, I'm not about to do this again. And, I gave my all to my job, and I'm sure you do too. You go there to work. And, I did everything that I was supposed to do. I felt like I needed to advance. I was doing everything that I feel like society tells you to do. You go to work, you go to school, even though, my prior years were filled with a lot of ups and downs because of my mom passed away. But you know what? I got back up and I said, I'm going to go to school. I went to college. I did all those things that I thought was going to make me, become successful, whatever success means to you. So at that time, I thought successful meant that I needed to have the highest position at my job. So even though I started out as a teacher's assistant, I don't like being at the bottom. Who likes being at the bottom, right? So I worked my way up and I went back to school to become the teacher instead of being a teacher's assistant. And while that was all good and well, while I was there, I said, it's not what I want to do. I don't want to be a teacher. I don't like this Department of Education. I don't like what they're teaching our kids. I don't like the things that they're implemented into the system. And I just decided that that's not what I want to do anymore. So, I dropped out of school. Eventually, I left that position on a quest to start my own business. And in the midst of that, I got my coaching licenses and I became a coach. And I just did not know exactly what coaching meant. Even though I took those classes, I didn't know where to get clients. I didn't know how to do any of that. So I had to get coached. I had to get coached on how to be a coach. So, I did that and I found out, how to get clients and things like that. And then lo and behold, fast forward to today, just a few months ago, I found a company called Empower Network. And I know it was not by accident. I don't think anything happens by accident, because when I found Empower Network, I didn't even know that that's what I had found. I was following these ladies on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. I was seeing these videos and I was, following these women. And one lady in particular, Tracy Walker, I mentioned her earlier. I was following her, and I opted into her page, and, I was just reading her emails and just watching her webinars. And she fascinated me. Her story fascinated me because this woman, to me, around my age, when I look at her, I see myself, a young Black woman that is advancing her life to a position where most people are afraid to, and she never have I ever heard her speak about fear, even now, and I'm happy to be on her team, and I'm happy to learn from her because she really teaches so much. She gives so much of herself, and that's what this business is about. And once I found her, and I saw David Wood, and I saw Nicole Cooper. I mean, there was just these leaders upon leaders in this company, and I said, wow, this is where I need to be. Because prior to that, I had found the internet, I had did some marketing, which proven that it worked. I had did some marketing that I was instructed to do, and I saw that it worked. It worked for me really well. And then when I found this, I said, now this is the culture. That was what was missing in that last business that I was in. There was the culture. Yes, it was online marketing. Yes, it had a system that worked, but the culture wasn't there. The team building part wasn't there. The feeling of being a part of something bigger than yourself, it just wasn't there. So when I found Empower Network and I clicked that link, I was blown away by the trainings and the people and, just the platform that we have that can advance your business to the next level, whether you have a business or not. If you don't have a business, we show you how to start a business. If you have a business, we show you how to advance that business. And there is nothing here that you will need to know that the questions aren't answered. So that's what's so great about this business, because it's everywhere. It's a blogging platform that helps you to give your presence online. And if you follow me on Facebook, I call myself the marketing maven. That's something that I made up because I just thought it spoke so well to internet marketing, social media marketing, which I have decided that is my niche. That's what I am a part of. That's what I love to do. I love to be on social media. I love to be on the internet. So what is a better way than to not just be on social media and be on the internet, but also market there, market there. At one point I was just on social media, just, uploading my photos of my kids and my food and this, that, and the other, just like everybody else. And then I found out that there's a way that you can make money from this. It's like, wow, so that is the beauty of internet marketing, social media marketing, working from home. It's just an amazing thing. And like I said, our mission right now is to create six-figure entrepreneurs. So if you are one of those if you are one of those people who is looking to grow your business, to take it from where it is now and propel it somewhere further, then look no further, because this is where you want to be. You want to be here on a team that has proven that $1 million can be earned with consistent activity and with persistence, right? So if you have that kind of personality, if you know that you are a person that sticks with things, not to say, oh, Danielle, well, I tried it last week and it didn't work. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to try it, and don't try it. If you're just here just to try it, then I suggest you go somewhere else. We're looking for people who are serious about having a business and taking it from A all the way to Z. It's not going to happen overnight, even though for some people it does. It depends on what you're working with. It depends on your level of commitment. It depends on, how much you have to market. All those things. It all depends on your marketing conditions. And that's what I learned. That's what I learned. And it was like the biggest aha moment when I learned that, because once you know that you have the ability to create your own life, you have the ability to design your own life. Once that becomes real to you, it is something that you can never take away. You can never take that away from you, right? So, that is basically what we're here today to talk about. We're here today to talk about a blogging platform from Empower Network that will propel your business. Right now, we're still in the midst of the 21-day blogging challenge, right? And if you were to team up with me, I give lots of trainings. I give, not just blogging trainings. Well, we get that through, the Empower Network, which is great. We have trainings all the time. But I also, every Wednesday, I have my Work from Home Wednesday webinar. I talk about Facebook training. I talk about Instagram, LinkedIn, all those different social media that most people miss because they don't know how to do it effectively. And I've grown my list strictly for free on social media, and I continue to do so every day. So, this is what you will learn. You will learn what a list is. If you don't even know what a list is, I didn't know what a list was when I was in multi-level marketing. So if you're on this call and you say, what in the world is a list? You will learn what a list is. I probably will do an email marketing webinar another day. But, today you will learn those things, how to blog. You will learn what it takes to blog. You will learn that blogging is the gateway to wealth in your business. Because when you blog, if you blog today, your blog posts will be there 6 months from now, 8 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. It will be there in cyberspace. And millions of people are out there. Billions of people are out there, right? So these are the people that you want to attract. Remember before I was saying like that Pepsi, that attraction marketing. So lo and behold, someone's searching online for something in particular, and whatever you've blogged about, that's what shows up, and then they say, this looks pretty good. This is what I'm looking for. Just like that Pepsi. I'm thirsty. This is what I need right now. It looks so good. So that's what your blog is. Your blog is a Pepsi, or if it's a Coke, if you prefer Coke, right? But it's your Pepsi, it's your Coke, it's your drink of choice, so to speak, in internet marketing. It's where you set yourself apart from everybody else in your multi-level marketing business, in your home-based business. If you're not blogging, you should be. I had a girl yesterday inbox me on Facebook and told me that she had a Facebook page, and she wanted to know how to get more likes on her Facebook page. And, it's so funny because once you get on the inside of this thing, Tracy Walker, she has these model messages that you could just talk to your prospects and put out there. So I used it, and I got I spoke to this girl, and now she wants to know more about the Empower Network business because she didn't even have a business. She just had a like page, and I thought she had a business. But it's great because you get to learn. And as much as I feel like, I know, I still don't know a lot. I don't know everything. And it's so great to learn. And even just the littlest things that you learn, it can give you an aha moment that can take your business to a whole nother level. Like in Nashville, we're going to Nashville next week, and I'm super excited because last time we went to Vegas and I learned so much. And I mean, so much so that I'm still implementing the things that I learned, because you just get so much information. I just take my notebook and I'm just writing and writing and writing. And, you come back and you just know that you're with a group of people, you're with the right company at the right time, doing all the right things to create an incredible future for themselves, for their children. I'm in the process right now, because of the Department of Education and their testing and all these things. I'm in the process right now of looking into homeschooling my children so that I want to be able to put the messages that I want in their minds, as opposed to the messages that they're getting outside, not from me, from a system that I don't particularly agree with. So, I mean, that is the beauty of entrepreneurship, and that is the beauty of working from home. It's just a beautiful thing. And once like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still learning every single day. I'm still learning. But the people that I'm meeting and the all the connections that I'm making, I just know that as time goes on, my business is going to evolve so much that I'm going to need an assistant, right? So, and this can happen to you as well. I mean, it's just great. It's a wonderful. So right now I'm going to put up this, I would like for you to join the blogging platform, right? It's a 21-day blog. It's free, right? If you have a blog right now, that's fine. If you want to use that blog, but I'm going to tell you right now that the Kalatu blog is the blog that we use. So, once you get on the inside of the 21-day blogging challenge, let's say you have a free blog, Blogspot, or, a free WordPress blog, that's fine, but you're not going to get the eyes on your blog like you would have if you had the Kalatu blog. Last week, I spoke about that. I spoke about the ins and outs. I gave you statistics about how you can rate, you get your blog rated. You can see your stats. You can see how many people are looking at your blog. You can see where they're logging into your blog from, whether it's LinkedIn or Pinterest or Facebook. It's just so much. It's so much details inside of the Kalatu blog that's already put in there for you, that you don't have to learn, that you don't have to. It took me months to do my first blog before I got the Kalatu blog. With this blog, all I have to do is blog, find a picture and blog, and that's it. Last week, I'll send the link. If you're on this webinar tonight, you're probably on my email list, so I'll send the link out from last week's webinar, so that you can see the stats in comparison to the blog that I created myself and the blog that we have in Empower Network, the Kalatu blog. You can see that even though I took months to create my previous blog, it still doesn't rank as high, not nearly as high on the scale like my Kalatu blog does. It's just the Kalatu blog was designed effortlessly. It was designed to make it effortlessly for you, effortlessly easy for you. It's so easy that I could have my grandmother come on and just, do the blog. And she can type, and I think that we do have some grandmothers. I'm a grandmother, actually, but I think we do have some grandmothers, some elderly people that blog. I met a few in Vegas, and they love it, and they, that's one of the things that they love about it, is the ease of it. It's the a way to get your message out there. So let's say you don't have a business, right? And you're like, okay, I want to blog, but I don't know what I'm going to blog about. We have topics. We have blog topics that David Wood has put together. I don't know if I have, yeah, okay, look. You have places where you can find a blog. You see this? You got 50 blogging places to find blogging inspirations. So let's say, you have a favorite website. You can blog about that. If you have something that you're playing on your iPod or your MP3 player, you can blog about that. There's so many things here. We have over about 150 things that you have a choice of blogging about. Something from the library, something from Amazon.com, anything that you want to blog about, you can. And here's something else we have here. You get blog title ideas. And even when you log into your Kalatu blog, once you become a part of the 21-day blogging platform, 21-day blogging challenge, you will automatically receive blog title ideas. So once you click on the 21-day blogging challenge, let me go to this real fast. I did this last week, but I will, this is where I get nervous. I start sharing my screen and then I get knocked out. I was trying. So let me just show you. When you blog, once you decide to become a part of the 21-day blogging challenge, all you have to do is click this link, the 21-day blogging challenge, create a post. And you click here, it'll tell you today's challenge is this, the lessons that you've learned. So we're constantly learning lessons from people, and you can put in your lesson. And it's just so easy. You put an image there, or you can skip the image and you can continue. You can put and once you put all of your information there, you click create my post and everything just comes up so nicely. It's so nice and sleek. It's so nice and chic. And that's why I love the Kalatu blog, because it's just so streamlined. I love the way it looks. It looks so good and so professional. I actually showed my husband, the difference between my blog and this one. So this is my blog, right? I'm your online success coach.com. I did this last week, but this is my blog here. Look how beautiful and look how streamlined it looks. Doesn't this look like, even if you're just starting out, right? Doesn't this look like a professional website? If you didn't even know what a blog was, I didn't know what a blog was a while ago before I started blogging. I thought every website was a website. I thought blogs were websites. I thought, oh, I went on this person's website. When in all actuality, excuse me, it was a blog, right? I didn't know, but look how streamlined it looks. Look how beautiful it looks. You can put your, you're probably not up to this part yet if you're just starting out, but if you have a YouTube channel, you can put your videos up there. It's just such a great, everything is here. Everything is here. And it's laid out for you. Everything is just so simple. Let me go back to like how you can change your, and they show you this also. Once you get on the inside in Empower Network, there's trainings there, and it shows you everything that you could do with your blog. And it's such a great tool. It is such a great tool. I'm trying to, let me get back in here again. So, you have your social media card. You can connect this to all your different social medias. So once you start blogging, you connect it to Facebook. You can share it on Facebook. You share it on Twitter. I share my blog everywhere. I share it on all the different social media sites. And we teach you how to do that as well. It just shows you exactly what you can do here. You don't have to do anything. I haven't changed anything since I started this blog. Nothing. Because I just feel like everything that's here it needs to be here. I don't need to change anything. You put in who you are, what you do, your blog title, easy, simple, very easy, very simple. And everything is laid out for you. You have your Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, everything is here. So whenever you blog, all you have to do is share it on your social media sites. And that's it. And that's it. So you see how beautiful this blog looks? And I blog about all kinds of things. I blog about, social media, internet marketing. I blog about my struggles when I was working. I couldn't even go to the bathroom. That was one of my blog posts. You want to shock. I think that blog title was so great. I talked about how I dropped out of high school at the time when my mom died because, I just couldn't go to school at that moment. I went back, thank goodness. But at the moment I dropped out. And like I said, today I'm thinking about homeschooling my kids. So, you talk about that from high school dropout to homeschooling mom, the benefits of entrepreneurship. I do social media marketing. So talk about how to create Instagram photos, social media, Facebook, but whatever it is that you're passionate about, you can blog about. You don't have to blog about the things that I blog about. Maybe you like to crochet or knit or sew or whatever. There's people out there that want to know how to do it. And you can do tutorials on your blog about it. Maybe you like to cook. My sister loves to cook. And, I told her she needs to do a blog. My husband, he loves to create music. And I tell him, well, you need to do a blog. Everyone, as far as I'm concerned, everyone should do a blog because it's just beneficial to anything that you want to do, anything that you want to let someone know about. Right. So today, I think that's all for today, actually. The offer is up for you to be a part of the 21-day blogging challenge. That gives you an opportunity to start blogging with us, to start connecting with the people that are in this community. You'll see that, everyone here, even though we're online, we're such great people, and we love to, share our blog posts. We love to share, comments on your blog, which helps to rank your blog. So you get that inside advancement, you get that inside help by putting your blog in the Facebook group. And, we comment on your blogs. And if you're part of my team, of course, I'm going to help you to do the things that you need to do to get your blog up and running. But also you'll be part of a bigger group, my bigger team, Team Blitz and Team Commit, I'm team committed actually, and the Dream Team. But and that's it. You just want to get started. You want to click the button and get started, sign up for the challenge. And if you are serious about really creating a 6-figure income, then this is the year to do it. Don't wait any longer. Don't hold out any longer. Don't think about it. Don't contemplate about it. Just make that decision. Decide today that this is what you want to do. This is who you are going to become. And you are going to propel yourself. You're going to put that in your mind so that when it comes down to it, nothing will deter you from reaching that goal. All right. So this has been Work From Home Wednesday webinar. I'm ending about a little earlier than usual because, it's blogging is simple. It's a simple feat. And I want to get out there into the sun right now. I told you I may have to change the times for this because 12 o'clock now, the weather is getting warmer, and 12 o'clock, the sun is out. So, when we work from home, you can go out jogging and having fun. I have my dog. He likes to go out. So, I will talk to you guys next Wednesday. Make sure you register every Wednesday for this webinar. Next week, I kind of think about what I'm going to talk about maybe that week. So I don't know right now what I will be discussing next week, but whatever it is, it'll be beneficial for you to be on here because no matter what I talk about, it's always going to be something that's going to help you to grow your business, help you start a business, and help you become that earner that you are looking to be. All right. It's been Danielle K. Howell. Thank you so much for attending, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.